listeners to hear you carefully, because you are saying it is the perception.
Correct. And
you know what they say about perception. That
if I'm going to say it, go closer. You know, if
it is even greater than reality.
Exactly.
Can I add something here?
Yes, we know.
Now, in 2023, PNP Dan Anderson. In 2023, Mr. Dan Anderson did a poll, right? And that is the poll that the PNP typically goes for. They believe that that is the right poll. Now, he did a poll surrounding what was Jamaicans' major concern when he asked over 1,300 electorates. You know where corruption fell in the, I think it was like 6 towers of questions where corruption fell. Where did corruption fall? Second to last, Jamaicans really don't weigh heavily as it pertains to corruption because they do believe that both parties are corrupt. Donna Scott Motley said it. Hold on, government. Donna Scott Motley said it in Parliament that both parties are corrupt. But both parties have been caught in corruption. She said it with her mouth. And therefore, the perception of corruption does not weigh heavily on the minds of electorate. Electorate cares about crime, they cares about cost of living, and they care about poverty. Those are the big ticket items. And if you look at what Dr. Andrew Holness have done, he has focused heavily on those 3 top ranking things. The first one, crime. That's the biggest ticket item. 45% of Jamaicans voted that those were their major concern. Followed by the poverty, and that has been slashed to the lowest it has ever been since 1989 at 8.2%. And then the next one was...
Why is it that you are not acknowledging that there is a perception?
Perception is neither here nor there. You have to find it. Corruption as a perception.
No, we don't. We know. Hold on. There are people in prison tonight on a lie.
Yes.
There are people who have been convicted and condemned to death, and none of them commit the crime.
But here again.
Perception sometimes can damage you.
Yes,
we know, but perception can damage you.
We have electorates who are going to the ballots who do not care much about corruption because they believe that both parties inherently are corrupt.
Yes, sir, but when the opposition hammers the government,
yes,
when the opposition continues to hammer the government. You know, we know that the opposition in Jamaica today have been protesting, calling mass protests, labeling the government as corrupt.
But you cannot stop that. All the government can do is put the facts to the people of Jamaica.
But with that can't be stopped. If this is a monologue or a dialogue, let me know because it's time for me to go.
Hold on, government. The Jamaica Labour Party has been in government since 2016. A poll was done asking electorate, people who are going to vote at the ballots, asking what are their major concerns. Corruption was the least of their problems and their worries.
Good night, everybody.
The opposition can continue to create an atmosphere of corruption. The electorate don't care much about that.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Let
Garfman, hold on, Travis, let Garfman respond and then you come. Garfman, your time. Go ahead.
The fact of the matter is this, as I was saying, when you have the PM, we not talk about that people are not concerned about the corruption. When people look at leaders, when you look at a leader and a leader name is being embroiled into different argument and different action that the leader maybe have taken, like when the Prime Minister would have taken the Integrity Commission for review to the courts, for the courts to intervene on this, and this is a law that the Prime Minister himself helped pass while being an MP, and I will have to beg her to ask the question is that when the Prime Minister was agreeing to the law, he wasn't counsel, he didn't understood what he was doing. So people will look at it, and included myself and others will say that these people want to circumvent the law to suit their desire. When you look at these things, and that is how the perception of corruption comes around, when the Prime Minister himself will order his MPs and his side not to have a discussion around certain conversation. These are things that swirl the word of corruption. I believe that the Prime Minister, that if he says that he's not corrupt and this is it, the Prime Minister should come out front and center and show the Jamaican people, this is what I turn over to these people, this is what the question that I've been answering, and the people will look at it and say, and make it, and can determine for themselves and say, listen, Dr. Andrew HOLNESS is the man for tomorrow. The PMP is just swirling something that has no merit, but the Prime Minister has not done anything to debunk that. And I mean,
for the viewership of your listeners, could you just put that screen?
I believe I was next.
Yeah, let me put you up in the box. Let me put it up. Yeah, go ahead.
I believe I was next. That's the same graph I was trying to put up. And if you would have noticed.
What is that about? Winner? Go ahead.
When they asked 1,300 electorates, what were your major concern as Jamaicans if you're supposed to go out and vote?
Biggest challenge facing Jamaica.
Heavily on the minds of Jamaicans. Is there about corruption there?
And winner, and I ask you this question. If Dan Anderson was to do, Charlie, I'm not going to talk to you because you're disingenuous in the middle.
No, man. Hold on, Charlie. Don't tell me that.
So I am not going to take anything from what you say because all you do is to create fictitious arguments and fictitious things. That's what you do. So me done with you.
Yes, sir.
Me done with you.
In all fairness,
I am asking, hold on, Travi. I'm asking Winner to explain to the listeners the graph that he has.
All right, so this was a Dan Anderson poll commissioned in 2023, and they asked Jamaicans, 1,300 registered voters, what are the top 5 biggest challenges facing Jamaicans? And the people spoke. We are in a democratic country where the majority of the people said crime and violence was their issue. 45% of the respondents said crime and violence was my biggest problem.
Yes, Winner. And we are now in 20. Hold on. Yes, I hear you. But we are now in 2025.
Show me the graph for 2025.
I wonder if the pollster should go now.
There's none, right?
Same question. What would be the response?
But I'm saying to you, a neighbor, the perception of corruption and actual corruption has been a thing that has been plaguing both governments since 1950, when we gained independence and started to run our.
So, are you satisfied, Winner? Are you satisfied with the response of the government to the claims, the allegations of corruption? To the point where the opposition. Hold on, Winner. Hold on. To the point where the opposition, sir, the opposition People's National Party would have taken to the streets to suggest to Jamaica, and they are asking Jamaica to join them in protesting against corruption. You don't think that there needs to be a stronger response from the government?
Stronger response in what sense? In what sense, neighbor? In what sense? How is the Prime Minister going to Listen, when you're a government and you're focused on governance and also running a successful campaign, you can't run down every fire that the opposition starts. The opposition has all the time in the world to find every single matchstick and light a fire here, there, and everywhere. If you as a government continue to run and try to out every single fire, your vision and your movement...
I think you are placing a bit too much confidence in the electors, and I don't. I must tell you the truth. When I travel across this country and I talk to people on the ground, I am not confident that they are not buying this. I'm not confident that they are not buying it. You see what I'm saying to you? They are probably 3-4. You know, the Ministry of Education itself, by its own statistic, said 300